go, man.
So I'm here with Jordan, also known as Neverendingspliff. I just listened to your YouTube. You was listening to you on YouTube, and you have a new album out. It's called Unpolished. I guess it just came out 5 days ago.
For sure, man. Yeah. Funny story about that. I'm just so new to uploading shit. Like I've been making music for a long time, but I'm real new to like uploading and putting things out there. So this wasn't actually supposed to even be an album. It was just supposed to be like more of like a mixtape EP style thing. But I realized once it like came out, it said album. I was like, all right, well, I guess people think I put an album out, so fuck it.
Yeah, man. The music is dope, man. I was listening to like on the ABCs. You rap every dog has his day. I'ma see mine. Every interaction matters. Gary V line. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You fuck with Gary V?
Yeah, man. I love Gary Vaynerchuk. I was one time he was at Entrecon. I heard him speak. It was in like Salt Lake and stuff, everything. And like you know, yeah, man. I'm a huge fan of Gary V.
Inspirational man right there for sure. Talk about being able to inspire people with words. That dude has got it.
Yeah. How is he like, like encourage you to like get on your grind?
So I also own a business and just like, so listening to just having people like him who have been extremely successful in business and know all the ins and outs of it and have been through a million things that I could never even imagine. Just listening to his stories and just the way that he moves, and there's I think that there's something about what you listen to will really motivate you. Like I'll listen to Gary V and inspirational things like that for a while, and I'll like get in a real inspired grind and be like trying to make money and work on my business, and then I kind of fall out of it. And as soon as I feel myself kind of like slacking off a bunch, or I'm like, oh, I should have done that, but I just like don't care about it anymore, I'll start listening to Gary V and shit like that again, because it gets me back on the motivation grind.
Yeah, man. I love Gary V. I listen to like a lot of like inspirational speakers like Eric Thomas, Inky Johnson, sometimes like Les Brown, like, and like, even like, I get into like some biblical stuff, like, where it's like, very positive, like mind oriented content. Cause like I
Mm-hmm.
want to like, just getting the right vibe and stuff. I think is really important, like to vibrate on like, like the right the right vibration. You want to like, give out like positive vibes. And I think like, sometimes and stuff that if you put too much negative stuff into your mind, it's not a good thing. So
Mm-hmm. For sure, yeah, man. Like anything you can listen to out there, like that can bring you up, is gonna help in the long run, man, for sure.
yeah, I think I saw you like on Instagram, and you do like these amazing freestyles. Like,
Thank
what
you, man. I appreciate that.
yeah, what made you like start doing freestyles?
So like I said in the beginning, I've been making music for a long time now, probably like close to 10 years. And it's just been something that's been like kind of on like the not on the back burner, because it's something I do all the time, but it's kind of been closeted, quote unquote, because so for a living, I'm a professional skateboarder.
Oh, what?
And I've been doing that for a long time, man, and traveling the world. And skateboarding is, as much as skateboarders claim to be like real open-minded and all like, supportive of anything skateboarding, it's really not the case. And hip hop and rapping, for some reason, whether or not, like, who knows what the actual reason is, but if you rap, it's not cool. And skaters look at that and they see you rapping, and like instantly they want you in that box of as a skater. And they like if you go look at, like, if I post some shit of me rapping on like my skate page, like I have 120,000 followers or something on my skateboarding page. And if I were to post something about my music, bro, it's just like so many negative comments and everyone telling me to skate. Like people literally don't even listen to it. They just see that I'm doing something that's not skateboarding and don't listen. So I put all my like heart and soul into this, like into my music. There's a lot of me in there, a lot of stuff you would never get watching me as a skateboarder, of course, because it's just an action I'm doing. But when I'm writing and like, that's how I get all my emotions out. So I'm real proud of a lot of the music that I have in this big catalog that I've built. I probably have like, 150 songs that I'm sitting
Yeah,
on that are like shit I'm real proud of. And I didn't want to just drop them out there
yeah,
for nobody to hear. So I was like, what can I do to try to get like a small following of people who actually appreciate music and like it? And I was like, well, shit, just like anything else, you got to pay your dues. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna make a beat. I'm gonna write a verse. I'm gonna memorize that shit, and I'm gonna record a video of me spitting it every day. I was like, that's my goal. I'm gonna do it every single day. I'm just gonna come out with another verse every day. And like, eventually people are gonna start realizing like, oh shit, this dude's like, he's got versatility, he's got bars. And like that's like the whole kind of the purpose of me doing all the freestyles was to show versatility. Like, it's like, yeah, I could spit some bars like battle rap style and make you feel better. I could spit some deep shit that's like, they'll maybe make you welt up. Like that's kind of something I really love about rap. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start doing these videos every day. And then I was like coming up on 50, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop a little project here to like to go along with all these things. So if people are watching it and they like the freestyles, they have some music to actually go listen to because I didn't have anything out there. So I was like, all right, and just start dropping it. So like less than 3 months ago, I put out my first song.
But like the skateboarding community, they're just like not trying to like hear you rap. Like that's like how they feel. They just want to see you skateboard. Like they're not gonna like
100%. It's like when a rapper goes to start acting, or vice versa. Their instant first thought is like, nah, stay in your lane, bro. Get in that box we like you in. We like you here. We know we like you here. Don't try to go over there. And it's like, no, bro, we're humans. We are people. There's like, yeah, we might happen to be good at one thing because we've spent our whole life working on it, but there's a million other things that make you the person you are. And it's like, I think that music is such a big part of me. It's been nice to be able to put stuff out there and have, people like yourself who appreciate music, who
yeah.
don't know that I was a skateboarder, just like
No,
me, just like the music, and like that's what
yeah,
I'm going
like
for. That's
it
why I
was
keep it
strictly off the
separate.
music. I had no idea you were a skateboarder. Like, that's totally new. And like I usually do like a little bit of like research, but I was like just into the music, and I thought like the
Oh,
music
I love
really,
that, man.
yeah. And like
No.
I thought saw some. Are you from Vermont?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 802.
Man, what was it like growing up in Vermont?
Oh, dog. So beautiful place, fresh air. All the people are real nice. It's the kind of place where you'll be getting gas, and the person you've never met next to you is pumping gas, and it's, oh, it's a beautiful day, and you start talking. It's like that. Billboards are illegal. You're not allowed to have billboards in the state of Vermont. So as soon as you cross that state line, all you see is trees and nature. Like, so that's kind of the vibe of Vermont. And like everybody in Vermont is very supportive of Vermonters, and like everyone buys local, and it's a beautiful place to grow up. But as a young kid who had aspirations of becoming a skateboarder, that 8 months, 6 to 8 months of winter was too much for me. So as soon as I turned 18, I was like, I'm going to LA and I'm gonna make this dream happen. So I've been here ever since I was 18, and I'm gonna turn 23 here this year. Or sorry,
Wow.
33.
Yeah,
23.
yeah. I imagine like, so like it was probably like rough growing up there. They have like cold winters, huh?
It's cold. It's cold. Like 20 below zero cold.
Wow.
Real freezing shit.
Yeah, yeah. What was your impression been like of living in Los Angeles?
Oh man, I love it out here. It's become, I've almost been here half my life now, and the more prevalent half of my life, like being an adult half. So I'm real. This is very much also my home now. But at the same time, I think that I still love going home and taking advantage of the things that I took for granted earlier in life, like the fresh air and the nice people and the no billboards and how clean it is and stuff that you don't think about and you don't care about, frankly, as a kid. You want to get out and see the world and party and do all this. But after being in like the industry that I was in for so long and just seeing how jaded it made me like to it, I think that I appreciate going home now and appreciate all that. So I love it here, but I also see the value of being raised in a place where I was.
When you say like becoming jaded, you mean like the superficial type stuff that goes on?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's I've not been in the industry of music, but I have a lot of friends who are like in the industry, and it seems like the kind of the same way. It's but it's kind of like every industry, you know, it's a bunch of people who are, it's a business first and foremost for most people. And the ones who are doing it well or at the top, they're business people who are in there doing it. And, you know, there's a lot of things like people don't get, like filmers don't get taken care of the way that they should. And, you know, like skaters don't get the respect that they should, or the cut of anything that they should. Like, you know, you come out with some shit on like a big, huge platform in skateboarding, and it's like we've been programmed to think that the reward is a shout out on social media, and that's good. And it's like I think that realizing like how many people are caking up off all these people who are just happy to be here, it's it's hard for me to watch. So it's like it's become like skateboarding has always been my escape. Like I can go and just skate and shut my brain off. And these days it's not, I'm not able to shut it all the way off. But I am able to do that with music, man. And it's like it's become my real true escape. And I'd be in this basement writing all the time.
What do you have plans for upcoming projects?
So man, I got a bunch of stuff. So the project that's out now that you heard is called Unpolished. And the title of that is because those are songs that I've recorded. So I'll write something and I'll record it here and listen to it in the car 1,000 times and, you know, change some stuff and re-record it. And eventually my plans are always to get it to the studio and get it recorded and mixed and mastered properly. I have some friends who just through skateboarding, I've been lucky to be close with, who are engineers who are like, you know, real in there. And like, there's no reason for me to be able to be in their studio. And they're just cool and they let me come in, you know, and they'll record me. And so I always had aspirations of getting a lot of these songs that were on that project into the studio. And sometimes I would bring them in and we'd try to record them, and it just, the vibe wasn't the same. And I don't know what that is. And that's something beautiful about music. And it's kind of like the same with skating. Was I could do the same trick today, but if I go try to recreate it tomorrow, it's not going to be the same. So a lot of those songs on that project were stuff that I recorded here, and I couldn't make them better. And I listened to them and I'm like, I love these and I'm so connected to them. And I feel like they're a lot of my growth in writing came through a lot of those songs. And I have all this new, that's, you know, quote unquote polished music that I've recorded in studios that I want to start putting out, but I didn't want to go backwards. So I wanted to put this group of songs out, this unpolished, that's just all me and raw from my soul in the basement, mixed by me, recorded by me, and see what people thought of it, just so that I could kind of move forward. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, I could probably do 2 more, 3 more of those mixtapes of unpolished that are like, you know, part 2 and part 3 that are songs I'm sitting on that I'm real proud of. But I just want to, like, you know, try to see what people think. And it's nerve-wracking, man, as coming from someone who's like paid my dues in skating. And like, you know, if I put something out there, I know that the world's gonna see it. I put some music out there and like, you know, I'll write something, I think that this is like the deepest thing I've ever written, you know, and maybe 300 people see it because it just goes on my Instagram, and it's like, it's a pill to swallow, bro, but it's very humbling. And it's like, you know, I know that the people who do connect with it, they actually connect with it and on some real shit. So I think even if one person hears my shit, it makes me happy.
Right, like, you know, you never know, like, you know, who like you can affect, like, you know, by putting out, like, you know, content or, you know, music. And like you can actually change someone's life, you know. And I think, like, you know, the music you're spitting, you're not like spitting no bullshit, you know. You're like spitting, like, you know, real lyrics, keeping to the essence of like hip hop. And like, you know, it's good music too. So like, I mean, I respect that, man.
And to like, you have no idea how much that compliment means to me, man, for real. It's an honor to have anybody say some shit like that, because it's like it's something I really love, and I feel is like a part of me. And so to have someone connected with it, even one person, even you, to be stoked on it, like I'm so proud of that, man. It makes me happy. I
Man, like,
appreciate you.
yeah, like you're doing, like, you know, your thing, man. Like growing up in Vermont, like, you know, who are some of like the hip hop artists that you listen to?
Oh man, growing up in Vermont, there weren't a lot of artists coming out of Vermont. That like, there's not like a lot of people nowadays. There's my good homie Jarv, who's like he's blown up. He's doing his thing. I don't know if you ever heard of Jarv, Jarv. Go check him out. He's a very very talented rapper. He's like actually doing it. He's probably got like 80,000 monthly listeners on his Spotify now. So I'm stoked for him. He's like the first rapper who's really coming out of Vermont. I apologize also for my lack of knowledge if there is someone else who killed it out of Vermont, but I don't know about them. So if you've heard about them, put me on. But I listen to like my mom wouldn't let me listen to any explicit shit as a kid. So I would listen to like a lot of Jurassic 5 and like
Oh yeah.
man, you know, like I love Jurassic 5. I love Atmosphere. I love
Oh,
Sage Francis, Brother Ali,
oh yeah.
like all rhyme sayers. Rhyme sayers was like my clique growing up. But then when I became a teenager, one of my homies put me on to like fucking like Wayne. Someone played me some Lil Wayne, and that was pretty much the end of my like searching for new shit because I was like, oh, I love this dude. And then all of a sudden, oh, there's 500 mixtapes out there that are just like that are never ending, you know, and it's like they all have 30 songs on them and everyone is full of bars. So like I think that Wayne was pretty much my most influential artist that I've listened to over the years. But seriously, like Sage Francis, man, his writing and like Atmosphere and those dudes,
Yeah.
man, I love the way they write. And I love deep lyrics. And I don't want to take away from anyone who's making turn up shit because I love
Yeah.
bumping that
Yeah.
shit too. It makes you feel good. But I want personally in my music, I want to be like, whoa, wait, go back. What did he say? And I want to listen 5 years from now to the same song I've been listening to and catch another thing that I never caught before. Like that's what I love about like Earl Sweatshirt. You listen to Earl and it's like trying to decode a puzzle, bro. You listen to that shit over and over and you're just like, oh, I think I kind of caught what he was saying there, but maybe you didn't. So I like to try to write lyrical shit. I want to write some shit that's gonna like, you know, if you're a lyricist, you'll like my shit. And that's how I feel. I like if you actually like lyrics, I think you'll like my music. You might not like my voice because I fucking hate it, but
No, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like I love Atmosphere. One of the first shows I went to in college was Atmosphere on the Seven Travels tour. Brother Ali was on that tour. And like I saw like our brother Ali like it was recently probably like 6 years ago on a tour like with Rock. I actually interviewed Rock before, but like
man,
yeah, like
yeah,
and stuff, everything like it's cool, man. Like I like a lot of those artists. Sage Francis, like they're dope. I respect them, so like that makes a lot of sense. I think like real artists are gonna respect real artists and like people who are doing like music that's true to the soul, and stuff,
yeah,
everything. Like I think like a lot of people and stuff, everything, you can make commercial music, which is cool, and there's a place for it. And a lot of artists has depth, but like some people choose like the standpoint to put out things that have the ability to change the world. Like I like artists like Mr. J Maderos, who used to be on Raucous and stuff. He did that song Constance. I don't know if you're familiar with him and stuff, but
mm,
it was about like human trafficking. Like those are real like social justice issues. And like you know
yeah,
I mean, so I mean,
really touching people.
yeah, man, I respect what you're doing, the work you're doing, man. And like, I put you like you're in the same category as those artists. I think like, um, you'll have a long career in music, man. You just gotta keep it up. Like, and like I think like the skateboard community come around, you just gotta do like a kick push, man. Get them behind you, man.
Dog, I hate that song. No offense to Lupe, bro. Very talented man out there, but for some reason, whatever it is, you can rap about basketball, fucking baseball, football. You can rap about golf, but as soon as you rap about skateboarding, and I don't even think it's because I'm a skateboarder, it just sounds so corny. It's the corniest sounding thing to me. It's so cheesy. So I've never rapped about skating. Someone actually commented the other day, a skater who follows my music. He's like, I really appreciate the lack of skateboard references in your music. And I'm like, never, bro. You'll never hear that because I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, that's not it. It's two different things for me. Skating and hip hop, it's like, yeah, they have a lot of similarities, but like, I'm not trying to bridge the gap here. I'm not trying to, I want to be respected for my skating in the skate community, and I want to be respected for my music in the music community. I want to be
Yeah,
respected as a father with my family. Like I
yeah,
want to be, I try to like keep shit kind of separate, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's just fucking, I don't like when people rap about skateboarding, dog. So you won't catch me doing that. But
yeah.
I will say, like, a lot of stuff like so the company I own, it's called I Dabble. I Dabble Video Magazine, and it's just a video magazine. We're a media platform. We cover all kinds of stuff, and almost all the music that we use is made from skateboarders. Like I reach out and I tell everyone like, hey, like, like, and there's a lot of bands out there and skaters who make music, so they provide our stuff. And we've gotten lucky enough where like I reached out to Atmosphere, like it's like Slug gave us 2 songs to use. I got 2 Andre Nicotina songs I'm sitting on
Wow.
that I'm not allowed to use this one that he gave us called The Bay until I'm filming things in the Bay, he said. So, but like we're starting to get some real musicians involved in what we're doing. And I know that to grow a brand, skateboarding is so niche. It's the smallest thing in the world, but music touches everybody. And because we are incorporating so much music, and like every time we do a premiere, we have a live performance. So eventually, we just got in Zoomies last year with our clothing product. So we're starting to get a little budget, but I swear, watch out, you music fans. Dabble Fest is coming, bro. Like I'm gonna be throwing like some of the dopest music festivals that the world has seen. Like give me 5 years. It's gonna be no joke. Like, and I don't even plan on performing at them or anything, but I want to put on dope music festivals, and we're gonna have the connection and budget where I can be like, okay, I'm gonna pay whatever headliner is hot, and we're gonna get people to this festival, and then I'm gonna put on all the homies who have helped us come up and who are small and be like, oh, you're a dope rapper. I'm gonna put you on in front of whoever the headliner is just because we can. So
Yeah.
I want to help build. I want to help build the community too. Like I love making music, but I think that there's a big lack of community in hip hop, at least even in LA. Like I went to an open mic the other night. It's called Something Dope for the People.
Okay.
And it's like the only open mic really like hip hop thing that's going on in LA. And it's like that's so crazy to me that
Yeah.
that's so small. And bro, I won't even lie to you. I've never rapped in front of anybody in person. I've been making music for 10 years, and I went to this open mic just to check it out. It was my first time going to
Mhm.
an open mic, and just to be like to put myself out of my comfort zone. And I was like left there, and I was like, all right, next week I'm gonna perform. So this week on Wednesday, I'll probably go rap for my first time in front of people. But I'm
Yeah.
just trying to put myself out there, put my shit out there. I feel confident in my music now, finally. And you asked about future projects. I have a lot of singles that are coming out. I have a song that I just submitted that's going to come out, I think, hopefully on the 20th with my homie Jarv. It's called 1111. That shit's really dope. I'm working on a mixtape with my homie Zach. He teaches music out here at the IO Music Academy. He teaches music production, and he's also from Vermont. So we've been working together. We're like, oh, we got to do a project. And I grew up, like I said, on Lil Wayne, listening to
Okay.
music on Dat Piff, right?
Yeah.
And I think everyone was on Dat Piff, and all those mixtapes were just so fire. And all of Wayne's mixtapes were him rapping over other people's shit. Like he blew up, taking songs and spitting over it. So I was like, fuck, I want to pay homage to Wayne. So we're making this mixtape. It's called Dat Piff Mixtape Volume 1.
Yeah.
And it's all Wayne songs, like, but not Wayne songs that people know if you're just like, oh, like a Millie, like, no, not like I'm talking deep cuts, like,
Yeah.
from New Orleans Nightmare Volume 6 off Dat Piff, like shit no one knows about, but I'm taking all Wayne's songs and we're flipping them and making beats and I'm rapping over those. We're gonna do like a 30-song mixtape with just like it's called Dat Piff Mixtape Volume 1. And that's just like on some like close to me shit. And that won't be really too deep. It's just gonna be bars because that's what that was. But so I have that coming out, and also just all those songs I was talking about that I've recorded in the studio. I'm gonna drop probably like maybe 20 or 30 more songs like singles this year, and then probably another like full project. Just because why not, man? I got it all, and hopefully try to build up this little following. Just keep posting videos every day, and now that I'm in the 50s of the dailies, I just started using other people's beats. I'm just gonna start highlighting other producers' beats and just rapping over people's stuff that I follow, and hopefully that'll spread into like another little area of people. And I don't know, man. I wanna, like you said, I want to help people, and I really think there's a lot of songs that I have that I think it helped people straight up. Like there's a while where I was just writing shit that was like just bars and bars, and I started writing way deeper. and I would listen to my music and I'd be like, I'm not even putting this song out because it's too like deep and too close to me. Like a song I put out last month, it's called Safe Place. It's on my Spotify. I don't know if you listen to it, but
No,
that
I haven't
is
listened to it, but I'll
that's
check
like
it
one of the deepest, realest songs that I've written, and I didn't have any plans of putting it out. I wasn't going to show it to anybody. And I played it for one of my good homies, and they're like, "Yo, you got to put this out. Like this, people are going to connect to this, and like this might help someone a lot." So I was like, "All right, fuck it," and I just like put it out there and felt vulnerable. And it's like I don't even know why I'm worried, bro. Like 70 people have listened to it, but I think that that's the kind of song that if people hear it, like it could literally like help someone. So I want to just have fun and make music and meet new people and just be a part of the culture. And it's dope. And so I really appreciate you reaching out, man. I was stoked. This is the first time anyone's ever wanted to talk about my music.
Man, and like I didn't even know like you were a skater, and like I really just enjoyed the music, man. I saw like the Instagram video. I was like, this dude can rap. Like I was like, let me see. Like I was like, he could really rap, and like I was like really impressed by the music, man. And it makes a lot of sense. Neverendingspliff, man. Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you as well, man. And yeah, stay in touch. Let's keep it going. Check
Most
check back
definitely.
in a little bit. Right now I have 2,700 followers. So it's a little spot to remember, and then we can see. Maybe we'll check back in a bit and see if anyone's actually listening.
For sure. Most definitely, man.
I fucks
Hey,
with you, man. Have a good day, man, and I hope the rest of your weekend's dope.
you too.